Disturbing new details tonight about a Milwaukee mother dying at the hands of her 10-year-old son.
Anytime there's violence that happens in Milwaukee, whether it's committed by somebody who's 10 years old or much older than that, that gives me pause. I don't want to see anybody hurt or lose their lives in the city. In this particular case, I don't have the details just yet. This is something that is just coming to my attention just this morning.
44-year-old Quiana Mann was a mother of four who was always a compassionate, loving, and kind woman who always demonstrated the spirit of giving. She pursued a career in behavioral health services because she wanted to ensure that all individuals had equal access to healthcare services. Her faith in God always shined bright and allowed her to push through any and all obstacles. Whenever you needed a shoulder to cry on or even a good laugh, she was always one phone call away. The shocking chain of events that would soon take place would shake everyone to the core. Around 7 a.m. on November 21st, Milwaukee police responded to a report of a shooting at a home near 87th and Hemlock. Upon arrival, they would find a woman inside of the home suffering from a single gunshot wound.
Milwaukee police were called to the area just before 7 in the morning. Investigators say a 10-year-old playing with a gun accidentally shot and killed a 44-year-old woman.
The victim was identified as 44-year-old Quiana Mann, who was sadly pronounced dead at the scene from a single gunshot wound to the head. Police initially reported that Quiana's 10-year-old son was playing with the gun when it discharged, striking Quiana in the head. During an initial interview, he told police that he was twirling the gun around his finger and it accidentally went off. After killing his mother, the boy woke up his sister, who then found their mother dead and called 911. A criminal complaint stated that the 10-year-old was upset at her for waking him up early and not allowing him to have a virtual reality headset that he wanted from Amazon. Due to his age, the boy was allowed to remain with his family. However, the following day, the family contacted the Milwaukee Police Department with serious concerns. His 26-year-old sister informed detectives that the 10-year-old had rage issues all his life and 5 different imaginary people that talked to him. She went on to describe a time when the boy was 4 years old and he would pick up their puppy by the tail and swing the puppy around until it whined and howled in pain. A therapist previously gave the boy a concerning diagnosis, and the mother had placed cameras inside of the home to watch him. 2 weeks prior to Quiana's murder, someone had unplugged the cameras. The sister also told detectives she learned that the morning after their mother's death, the boy logged onto the mother's Amazon account and ordered an Oculus virtual reality headset. An aunt told detectives that the boy never cried or showed remorse following his mother's death. In fact, he confessed to his aunt that he was actually aiming the gun at his mother. He apologized for killing his mom and then asked if his Amazon package arrived. In a second interview with detectives, the boy allegedly admitted he retrieved the gun by getting his mother's keys for the gun lock box the night before. He then told detectives that he went to the basement to confront his mother while she was doing laundry. He claims that he only meant to scare his mother by shooting at the wall, but that she accidentally walked in front of him, then admitting that he in fact meant to shoot her in the face. After shooting his mother, he placed the gun in the living room closet and then afterwards informed his older sister. Neighbors who heard the loud screams coming from the home were left shocked and heartbroken, waking up the police outside of their homes.
It broke my heart. It made me cry a little bit when I heard it this morning.
A tragic accident happening near 87th and West Magnolia Street. Neighbors waking up to an investigation outside of their homes.
Well, I got up to come and take my son to the bus stop, and when we walked outside, we saw that it was taped off with the police officers.
Milwaukee police were called to the area just before 7 in the morning. Investigators say a 10-year-old playing with a gun accidentally shot and killed a 44-year-old woman. Neighbors tell us a boy and his mother were the only people who lived in the home.
She's a very sweet lady. Her son is very sweet and respectable, so it was just heartbreaking to hear that.
It's accidents like this Travis Landry with WestCare Wisconsin has been working to prevent.
You try to stop it, but I don't know if you ever be able to stop it.
The organization has handed out thousands of free gun locks just in the last year.
We have to sit down and hold the tough conversations with the people in our household about why we have a gun in our home and the safety of the gun in our home.
Advice neighbors here want people to listen to so that more lives are not lost.
it's just very heartbreaking to hear that that took place so close to home.
New court documents reveal the boy opened fire because his mom wouldn't buy him something on Amazon, and then he purchased a virtual reality headset from her Amazon account the day after she died. The deadly shooting happened Monday at the boy's home near 87th and Hemlock on the northwest side of the city. Police initially ruled the shooting accidental, but the criminal complaint says the 10-year-old's family called police with serious concerns the next day. The boy's sister telling detectives, quote, "He has had rage issues all of his life. He becomes very angry and acts out," adding that he had been seeing a therapist. And when police questioned the boy a second time, they say he told them the shooting wasn't accidental and that he was mad at his mother because she woke him up early that morning. According to this complaint, police say the boy told them he took his mother's keys and grabbed the gun from a lockbox, then went down to the basement to confront his mother while she was doing laundry. The boy told investigators he only meant to scare his mother by shooting at the wall, instead admitted that he shot her in the face and that he knew guns can kill people. No one answered the door at the family's home Thursday. The complaint says the boy's grandmother said he told her, quote, "I'm sorry for killing my mom," then asked if his Amazon package had arrived.
Family told the police the boy had, quote, rage issues all his life, and at 4 years old picked up a puppy by its tail and swung it around until it whined in pain. The criminal complaint states that 6 months ago, the 10-year-old filled a balloon with flammable liquid and set it on fire, which caused a sectional and carpet in their home to catch fire. A sibling told police the 10-year-old was meeting with a therapist who gave him a concerning diagnosis that led his mother to place cameras inside their home. The cameras were unplugged 2 weeks ago. A family member told police, quote, they felt bad for not stepping in earlier because they knew that eventually something bad was going to happen.
You don't want something like this to happen to anyone at all. She's a really nice lady, so from what I can tell you guys, that she's really sweet and a nice lady.
A GoFundMe account describes Mann as a mother of 4 who was compassionate, loving, and kind.
Really heartbreaking to see.
With a smile that could light up a room.
Someone who lives in your neighborhood, and something unfortunate that happened really breaks your heart.
The 10-year-old, who is being held at a youth and family justice center, will be charged as an adult with first-degree reckless homicide and is being held on a $50,000 bond. If convicted, he could face up to 60 years in prison. He is scheduled to be back in court next week. Quiana Mann's funeral is scheduled for Friday. The case remains ongoing.